Hey, it's Bob. Welcome back to Elephants of Plenty, my YouTube channel. Uh, Today I want to talk to you about something very important. They say you have about 15 years to find out really about God, your first 15 years of your life. Because when you get older, your decisions start to be made for you. You stop taking risks and you stop thinking about new things. And the Bible becomes probably pre-slandered to you already, and you're not going to consider it. So that's why the youth group today is very important. One of the most important things the youth group could be doing is exposing the evils that are out there. Now, pastors have to be careful because the congregation gets upset if the kids aren't learning something, conservative, if you will. But I think it's really important for the kids to know about prophecy, to know, to expose like I said, the evils of the world, because they're getting hit heavy with them, big time. I mean, you could talk about the satanic influences of Led Zeppelin, the satanic influences of the Beatles. There's great quotes by Jimi Hendrix, who said music was just used to hypnotize people. That's what the real purpose of music was. And then once they're hypnotized, then you can hit them with your message, which is usually depraved sexuality, debasing men and women, and defiling themselves in the process. My opinion, but this is the basic framework that Hendrix talked about. I know David Bowie talked about, and this is a great book, Pop Goes the Gospel. It's written by a Christian, John Blanchard, 1983. But David Bowie himself said that rock music is the devil's music, and you couldn't prove it to him otherwise. Now, this is Bowie in the mid-70s, talking to Rolling Stone magazine. John Lennon said he understood what it takes to make music. You gotta have a message with sprinkle a little sugar and honey on it. And you can basically say whatever the heck you want. AC/DC was for many years banned because of its Highway to Hell, album. They wouldn't even play some of their music until they just, in the early 80s, they started being played, 1980 maybe. But a lot of stations held back because of Highway to Hell, Hell's Bells, which was on Back in Black. What else? There's a couple other songs. Back in Black. Back in Black itself is kind of Back in Black. I hit the sack. Something about, I forget. Forget the hearse, because I'll never die, right? I got 9 lives, cat's eyes. Doesn't every woman ever wonder why? Shoot to Thrill. That's about, sex. That's all about the sex act, that song. Giving the dog a bone. That's about sex. I'm just thinking of these songs off the top of my head. This was the number 1 selling rock and roll album of all time. And I think it's number 2 only to Thriller by Michael Jackson. That was as of 5-10 years ago. All right, so the youth can be exposing this stuff. They should, because they're going to be hit with it. The rock music hits the youth. All right, school's out forever, right? Alice Cooper, who became a Christian. right? I remember that song when I was um, 7 years old when that came out. That was a big hit. The rock and roll. I'm just a kid. I remember all these songs. Philadelphia Freedom, huge hit. That's a gay song, right? We Are the Championship. We Are the Champions by Queen, a gay song, right? Um, these are all songs I do remember. I don't remember them all. Remember Steely Dan, Ricky Don't Lose That Number. That's supposedly a gay song. Um, I don't remember Zeppelin as a kid. I remember Pink Floyd, Another Brick in the Wall, when I was 13. I don't remember Dark Side of the Moon. So that was new. I had to rediscover that. The Hustle was a big hit, right? These are popular songs that were out. I remember, I remember the Hustle. So Hustle is a dance, right? And it's a metaphor for sex, I think. That was a number one hit for eight weeks in the summer of '75, I believe. Tragedy by the Beatles. Jive Talking. I mean, by the Bee Gees. Jive Talking by the Bee Gees. Mama Laid by Patti LaBelle. That was a great song. Waterloo. I loved that song. Now Waterloo is kind of an innocent love song, right? And I can't say anything bad about it, okay? But Lady Marmalade, that's a hooker, right? I'm singing this song. I'm 7, 8 years old. I don't even know what I'm singing. The Hustle was like, I remember running around telling my friends, wow, I heard The Hustle for the 8th time today. I used to love that song, growing up in the disco era. And then you ended up having, I remember around 5th grade, Night Fever, Saturday Night Fever. And I knew those songs were bad. I knew there was something wrong with them, but I couldn't put my finger on it. Because I was growing up by then. I was 10, 11, 12. So the youth need to know. This is going to be fun for the youth to expose, because they're going to have exposure to this. So they need to expose it. And they can work to build relationships with each other based upon this, and they grow stronger together. Exposing the enemy, and it can, these are easy targets. Rock and roll, that's an easy target. Then you can get into like conspiracy theories. Did we go to the moon? Did JFK, was it did they assassinate him on purpose? You can get into other things, but the rock and roll, it needs to be exposed, because they're going to be hit heavy with it, and they're either going to normalize it and become desensitized to it, and it hooks you. It's powerful. We're talking about a powerful medium, radio, and the music culture. All right, so, and it's almost impossible to get ready for. So that's why you need a strong youth group, all right? And and that's why it's so hard to get saved. Even when you're young, even when you're old, it's a miracle we get saved, all right? But God is choosing His words going forth, not returning void. And, getting into the Bible, reading the Bible is important. Getting into prophecy. Apostle Paul taught prophecy to baby Christians. Yet we pastors don't even teach them to the kids. They won't even teach them to their own congregants. It's like this secret society. And then you start bringing it up, and you're the weird weirdo, right? For starting to talk about it, right? I mean, that's what's going on. It's so, everyone's walking on eggshells in these churches, okay? I hate to say it, but that's how I feel. And a lot of denominations just swear off the book of Revelation and prophecy. But that's what gets you excited about the Bible. That's what prophecy, the Bible was 25% prophetic when it was written. Jesus, He criticized people who didn't know the signs of the times. All right? We got to get our kids excited. But we've dropped the ball. We're afraid. We're afraid to do these things. All right? That's a little pep talk today, all right? Have a great night.